And whenever you're ready, Captain, you can start with the fleet log. Or while you're, sorry, not fleet log, but the log entry.
Captain's log, stardate unknown. The ship was thrown from the ion storm after rescuing some of the crew of the Zentara. I am told that the doctor was only able to stabilize a few of them during the storm, although one begins to wonder if we'll ever be safe from this. End of log.
Okay, so we're going to double check real quick. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into sickbay here. Doctor, you just got done with the last of the Zentari crew. The person that is on the table is the actual captain of the Zentara. She seems to be stable. Just to let you know, you were able to save 3 out of the 4. The last one was too far gone by the time you got to him.
So she's fine and everything?
She's currently in stable condition. If there's anything else you would like to do, you need to let me just let me know.
So is the ship out of danger?
The ship was thrown from the ion. Okay, so I'll backtrack here a little bit. The ship was thrown from the ion storm, and you're currently in empty space at the moment. And I will be cutting to the bridge here soon for more detail on that. But for at the moment, the ship is currently out of danger.
She's the one I scanned, right?
Yes.
I guess I'll do a scan to see if there's anything wrong.
Okay. Give me reason plus medicine, difficulty 0. Okay. I was gonna say you gotta use the shift for an assist or the VAR, but you rolled the 0. You don't see anything normal other than her injuries. Currently, you do have her sort of in a medicated sleep at the moment. You could potentially wake her and ask questions if you want, or you can inform the captain.
I'll walk over to the wall and press the button. Sick bay to the bridge.
Yeah, I guess he tried to say something and then muted. I don't know.
Me or the captain?
The captain.
Just realized that that might ping Vandalay.
It would ping me?
I said the bridge, I didn't say the captain.
Ah. Yes. Doctor?
Notify the captain that that everyone is in a stable condition, and then if he wishes to ask the other vessel's captain anything, he can do so.
You got it. Thank you, Doctor. And I relay the message to the captain.
Very good, Lieutenant. Inform the doctor I'll be down shortly after we get a bearing on what we're our current condition.
And I relay the message. If it needed to be relayed.
Okay, I think we'll go ahead and jump to the bridge.
Now that we're out of it, I'm assuming I've gone back to the science station and Michelson's in the chair.
Sure.
I want a status report. How bad off are we?
See, Mur, give me an insight plus engineering. Difficulty 0.
Okie dokie.
Guys, bank 1 momentum. The ship currently is, just some minor scraping on the hull, but most of the damage is internally, and then your repair teams are currently working on fixing that. But all of it's pretty minor and superficial.
Yeah. Few consoles on a couple decks shorted out, but we should have those up and running shortly.
Very good. Lieutenant Lear, any contacts in the region?
I will run a scan.
Okay, so give me a reason plus science assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, difficulty 2. Oh, sorry, no. It's another thing. It'll be a difficulty 0. My bad.
Okay. I've got sensor operations. So that's a focus. Nothing else fits. So. There we go. 3.
Need the ship's assist.
Do I need to roll that, or somebody else got the ship?
Sensors, what again?
Sensor science.
Oh, someone's there.
Okay. You bank 3 momentum, so you should be up to 4. Most of it is empty space, and the ion storm has passed away. However, you do find no trace of the Zentara on sensors. But you do notice that there is some sort of tear or rift that is formed in space.
Captain, the ion storm is dissipated and passed away. However, I don't see any signs of even wreckage of the Zentara. And it does appear, however, that local space has been damaged. There's some sort of rift or tear in the fabric of space-time.
Are you able to elaborate, Mr. Lear?
Ask him questions.
Ask him questions.
You got it.
Does it appear to be stable, or does it appear to be growing? The rift, I mean.
So, I'll take a momentum spend for that. It is, but anything else other than that? Well, sorry, it won't be a momentum. It'd be part of your free question. The rift does seem to be growing, but to scan more into the rift, you're going to have to do a detailed scan on it to get more information.
Okay, I will attempt to do so.
Okay, give me a reason plus science assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, difficulty 2.
Okay, I think I'll spend one of those momentum for an extra die, if I may.
Yep, go ahead.
Come on, click. There you go. Ugh.
Spend the other 2 for the... Get rid of it. down to 0.
I'd be down to 1 momentum.
Oh, well. It's better than what I gave us.
Okay.
And then the ship.
Yeah, I need the ship sensors plus science.
Yay, we get a momentum.
So you should be up at 2. And then I'm going to give you another section here.
Okay.
No, we're at 2.
No, I'm getting him with some additional information.
Oh, I was telling Falvin so he could keep track.
Captain, the tear. I think this would normally collapse in on itself, but something is sustaining it, and I can't tell what, but it is definitely growing in size. I estimate that as it grows, it will become stable in approximately 2 days at its current rate.
Does it pose a risk to the ship or any inhabited planets nearby?
I would say that's highly possible, Captain.
That would be one of your 3 questions.
3 questions, yeah.
But, so no, it actually, you're in deep space right now, so no, the tear would not pose any risk to any nearby systems.
Okay. As far in space as we are, it would not pose a risk to any nearby systems. Navigational hazards, perhaps, if ships were not aware of it. I would definitely recommend we drop buoys to warn ships of the anomaly. However, any tear in space-time, this area of space, this is why the Zentara was here, because it was already thin. This places further stress on the local fabric of space-time, which is never a good thing.
All right. For the time being, then I want you to set up those buoys and set up for that warning grid. Also send in a probe so we can do some distant scanning, and I want you to be working with the chief of engineering and see if there's anything we can do or learn as much as we can about this before we get further orders from command.
Aye,
Also,
sir.
don't forget, you guys, real quick, there is a Klingon body in one of your laboratories.
Yes.
Yeah, it's currently irradiated.
Yes.
Lieutenant Vandelay, can you get contact with command or the nearest starbase? Now that we're outside of the ion storm?
I can certainly try, sir.
All right, this is going to be a control plus engineering assisted by the ship's communications plus engineering difficulty 5.
You said difficulty 5?
Yep.
Wow. Looks like I'm going to be burning some momentum. Yeah, let's burn those 2 momentum.
That's only going to get you 1 dice. You'll have to give me a threat for another one for a second.
Yep. I'll do that.
Okay. You'll be
Might
rolling
wanna-
4. Yeah, you'd be using 4, and spend some threat. Make that a complication range of 2.
Okay. Altera, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was going to suggest using determination, but you have quite a bit of dice there. Might hang on to that determination
It
for
is.
re-rolling if your dice pool goes crap.
Gotcha. All right.
And he nailed it. I just need the ship's assist. I mean, I think you have technical expertise, don't you?
Yes, I do. So I will re-roll that.
Take my 2
Okay.
threat back. You do manage to get a line into Starfleet Command, but it is heavily distorted. And that's going to K10.
Sir, it looks like I'm getting a signal to K10, but at this range, it's heavily distorted and very weak.
All right. For the time being, put in a report of what's happened so far and request further orders. I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
head down to Medbay and loop in the doctor on what's going on.
Yes, sir. And I do as Captain ordered. GM, is there any way that I can ensure that the message was received?
No, unless they send you a message back, and considering your distance, you might not get one back, especially out the weakened area of space that you're currently in.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll still request confirmation. See if we get anything
Okay.
back.
Probably have, like, actually you can pull up. Let's see if K10 gives you a response. Able to send a response. It's very garbled, but it seems like they might have received it.
Okay, great. If the captain's still on the bridge and he hasn't left yet, I'd like to relay that. And if not, then my character will just, relay it to the person in charge on the bridge.
Actually, yeah, I'm still there because the next thing I'm about to say is, Lieutenant Vandelay, you have the bridge.
Thank you, sir. And I don't suppose I have to relay the message myself. Okay.
Yeah, I make way to sickbay.
All right. And real quick while we're doing that, so Lieutenant Lear, you're looking through this disc that the captain of the Zentara gave you. The disc, when you pop it in, is encrypted. So you're going to need to roll a daring plus engineering difficulty 4, assisted by the ship's computers plus security.
Okay, daring
to break the encryption.
Nearing difficulty 4. Yikes. Would my computer's focuses and talents help me, or no?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Can I assist on this?
If Lieutenant Lear allows you, you can.
What about computer expertise, which would give me a bonus D20?
That's a talent, right?
Yeah. When attempting a task involving programming or study of a computer system, add a bonus D20 to the dice pool.
Yeah. You're using computers, so yes.
Okay. And who was asking if they could assist?
Vandalay.
Yeah, Vandalay was. I have focuses in computers and typically pretty good at engineering-focused cryptography tasks.
Well, yeah, I'll ask Vandalay if he can assist. He might actually be better at this than I am.
Well, it's all you, bud. I can back you up.
Okay. Difficulty was 4, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. There's 2.
And then I need the ship's computers plus security, and Vandalay, you're rolling a daring plus engineering. It's 3, you need 1 more.
Nope.
I will let this succeed at cost by taking 2 threat. You do manage to break the encryption. There is quite a bit of data on the actual disk, but in order to read the data, I'm going to need an Insight plus Science or Security difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's computers plus security.
Insight plus Science, difficulty 2.
And I'm spending 2 threat to up the difficulty to 3.
Okay, and I'm going to give you a couple threats so I can add a 20 using Science Bold. Or Bold
Okay,
Science.
how much you
whatever.
giving me?
Difficulty's now 3.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll give you a total of, 2 dice is 3 threat?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right.
Click on there. Thank you. Don't think I have any focuses that will help with it. Well, will computers help or nay on this?
No, because you're pretty much looking through a bunch of random data on
Fair
the
enough.
disk and trying
That's
to
what I
pick
figured.
out what is good.
Insight Science rolling 4 dice. There's 4. So I made it. Yay!
Need the ship. All right, you bank 1 momentum. And I sent you the information that you see in
there it
that
is.
poll in there that was relevant to the disk. And while you're going through that, we're going to jump to sickbay. At this moment, the captain walks in.
Captain?
Doctor, your patient is able to speak currently, or do they need further rest?
Momentarily. And I'll grab a hypo spray and add the correct medicine and apply it.
Okay, now, is it just the 3 of you in the room besides your other patients?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Mer's
want to
in
make sure there's no
engineering,
one else in.
even though he hasn't been cleared.
All right. So you're going to give her a hypo and wake her up?
Yep.
Where's my music or my sound effect? I have a hypo somewhere. Guess not. Well, you apply the hypo spray to her. She kind of comes to and slowly waking up, and in a state of shock, lunges back on the bed and starts trying to reach for various things.
I grab her arms and say, "It's all right. You're on a Federation vessel. We've come to rescue you."
All right, give me a daring plus security. It's going to be an opposed check.
Careful, she may be one of them there joined ones.
She's not. Can I use hand-to-hand combat?
Sure, you're trying to restrain her, right?
Yep.
Ooh. That doctor. This is not gonna hurt you really, but it is a 2 to your stress. She pulls you away, and then she kind of elbows you as she throws herself, off the table, and she starts back in the corner and grabbing whatever she can to try and defend herself.
Well, then I'll go at her again. And I guess my intention is to grapple her.
The captain's just sitting by, like, my hands are clean.
In that moment, though, as you're getting ready to try and grapple her, she's like, "Get away from me, you Starfleet scum. You're all traitors. Traitors, I say."
Captain, I have a very bad feeling about what she just said.
She's backing away, and she's trying to itch herself into another room.
Captain, I would advise you that you should not leave this room. We were responding to a distress call from your ship. One of your people sent us along to help you. Please put that down and allow us to help you.
Captain.
My people would never, ever ask for help from you traitor scum.
Captain, I think we've got a extremely serious problem on our hands. Oh, I don't know about the rift yet, do I?
No, you don't know about the rift yet.
Okay, because then I have something very important for when I find out about the rift. Because I have a half put together theory, but I guess I'll have to wait till I know about the rift to actually tell you about it. I'm not really gonna entertain talking to her. I'm just gonna try to grapple her.
Okay, roll a daring plus security.
I guess this time I'll spend threat.
All right.
God damn it!
You know what? I'm gonna roll 3 dice here, and let's see what happens. Oh no! So you gain 4 momentum, and you're gonna grapple her. So roll damage.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to.
Right? No, it's kind of part of it. You still roll damage.
My intention is to put her in kind of like a headlock where she kind of has to settle down.
Right. But yes, you do think... Is that a momentum spend? To do a grapple? Double check here. If I can remember where the ground combat stuff is at. I would add the cheat sheet onto here, but I'm lazy. Nope, okay. So yeah, you just grapple her, and... I gave you the wrong roll for the grapple. But that's okay. What's your fitness score? I mean, your stuff is low, but yeah, that's
9.
all. Yeah, you're fine. But yes, you do manage to grapple her, and you're kind of restraining her. She's screaming, "Let go of me! Let go of me!"
I'm going to say.
And LeVar comes with the hypo, and
well, I didn't ask him.
Okay, but he's a hypo.
Stand down, Lieutenant.
Sir, she's obviously disorientated and
What's her
Hostile.
name again?
Caldro Nell.
Captain Nell, I need you to tell me who attacked you.
I'm not Captain Nell. I'm Captain Vignami. And what do you mean? It was one of your ships that attacked mine.
Who did they say they were? Who did they say they worked for, or who did they say they belonged to?
What do you know who they belong to? And she's struggling. And roll me a fitness plus security. She's trying to worm her way out.
Guess I'll spend one of my momentum.
It is a tie.
GM, at this time, I walk over to the door panel and call for security.
Okay.
Captain, let me handle this.
This is for my safety, Doctor.
It's the first time I've ever heard a 160-pound Vulcan ever say they needed help from someone.
Pride is a useless emotion.
And right away comes in Master Chief Petty Officer Alec. Captain, what's the problem?
Let me handle it.
Stand by. Doctor's handling a difficult patient.
And she's still squirming. I don't have to answer any of your questions.
You don't, but it's going to make everything a lot easier if you do.
Give me a fitness
I don't
security.
need to know. I guess I'll spend another. You said fitness?
Fitness security, because you're trying to hold the grapple.
I'm not going to spend the momentum. So we
You
should
gain a
still be at
momentum. Yeah, you gain a momentum.
We should be at 4.
She's like, let go of me. I will not answer your questions.
You don't have to answer any questions that would give away your identity or whoever you work with or anybody you know. I only want to know who fired on you, who they claim allegiance to.
You know the answer to that. This is
If
absurd.
I knew it, I wouldn't ask you.
You're
If I
just
knew
playing
it, I
mind
would
games
not
with
ask
me.
you.
You're playing mind games with me.
I'm not asking you to say 3 is 4. I'm asking you to tell me what you know. There's no
And
mind games here.
you're gonna have to torture me to get me to talk. And at that point, she just doesn't say anything.
Can I trust you to sit on the bed without acting violent, or do I have to lock you up? I will let you stay in here if you promise not to act violently.
Give me a presence command.
If you had doctor's orders, it would come in really handy right now.
I do.
Unfortunately, doctor's
Pets
orders
medicine.
will not. No. Doctor's orders will not apply here because it is not a medical retained check.
Well, it was almost worth having that talent for a half second. I guess I'll spend 4 momentum. Not 4, 3.
can't trust you.
Well, then I'll decide to trust you. I'm gonna, even though you refuse to promise to cooperate, I'm gonna act on the assumption that you will cooperate. I'm gonna let you go and give you the opportunity to sit on the bed. The security officer's gonna stand at the door. He's not gonna come within 4 feet of you, and he'll keep all of his implements on his person and not drawn. And me and the nurse are gonna back away with the captain. There'll be no one within a few feet of you. And maybe if I trust you, you'll start to trust me. And I'll let her go.
Okay. And she backs away, kind of more defensively.
Lieutenant Mouvoir, stay here with the security officer. Captain, would you like to step out in the hallway?
Very well, Doctor.
All right. And the two of you exit. Actually, all right. Two of you are out in the hallway.
Captain, have we had any odd reports of unknown vessels with Federation species on board?
Not at this time, no.
Have we been able to contact any of our people since we came out of the storm?
I have vandalized sending a message to Starfleet Command. It's garbled messaging, but we should be getting a full report in a bit.
Is there a reason it's garbled?
One would presume distance and proximity to where the ion storm was, but I expect a full report from Vandalay as to the exacts of that. We are currently near a tear in space that I have them investigating as well. That may have something to do with it. I have the science officer looking into that now. Also, Doctor.
A tear in space?
Yes, Doctor.
I might have something we need to look into. I remember reading something a while back about an occurrence that the Enterprise went through that has a lot of similarities.
It hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet?
Has
Yeah,
not
we're
happened
in
yet.
66, so that
That's why I
happens.
didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd
well,
be
never-
metagaming at this point. You get a hit. You get a comm from on the ship.
Who does?
From the bridge, there's a hail coming in in the general direction of where the captain's at.
Bridge to Captain Falvin.
I walk over to the console and press the button. Captain Falvin here.
Captain, this is Lieutenant Lear. I have something you should see, and it might be best if it was more of a private location than the bridge or over open comms.
Very well. Meet me in my office. I'll meet you there shortly.
Aye, sir.
Before we do that, Justran, what are you going to be doing during all this?
Is this Sean or the doc?
You're the
You.
Shashran.
Oh, okay. I honestly don't know right now. I halfway figured I was on the bridge, but I wasn't sure.
Keep in mind, you still have the Klingon body.
I was going to get
okay.
to that.
And then, yeah. And you did get a report that security was deployed to sickbay.
Okay, then in that case, if security's on their way to sickbay, I'm going to sickbay too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how, but we could just write out the part where we came out into the hallway, because that was only because I did not realize there was a time thing going on, that we were not yet heard about the Enterprise, or that hadn't happened yet. So I don't really. That means
the Enterprise has been deployed, but the episode you're thinking of hasn't really happened yet.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that I was playing the doc as if I knew that information, and since I don't know that information, we can rewind I guess we could rewind back to the sick bay, because right now I've been doing things assuming that I knew that, or that I at least had half a theory that was going to happen. So I don't really know where to go if we're out in the...
Okay. I'll just say two of you stepped aside. And the Shran will walk in.
You guys called for security?
Yeah, we've got a hostile patient.
How hostile, Doc?
She's got kind of like a medical instrument in her hand, kind of holding it.
Do I recognize the medical instrument?
It's nothing like lethal, but it's something that, you don't want to get hit by it because it's a blunt instrument.
She seems to think we're the enemy, and I can't figure out why that would be. Have we had any reports of a mutiny?
None that I know of.
Or pirates?
Not recently, not that I know of.
Most we've detected is a possible battle aboard the ship, which actually that is the other reason I wanted to speak with you, Doctor. We have in one of our laboratories the body of a Klingon, an irradiated Klingon, that I would want you to examine and verify his identity. Because from what I can tell from the away team report, it seemed like there were a variety of species there, including Klingons, which would suggest the ship was attacked by Klingons, but according to her, they were attacked by a Starfleet vessel. However, her name doesn't match the log of who we were sent to help, so I have a few words with Lear.
I would caution you, Captain. She has not claimed to be attacked by a Starfleet vessel, only to be attacked by us.
People like us were the words.
Yeah, I think we can assume she's referring to species. We would know if a Federation vessel had attacked her.
Well, do a mental workup on her, see if she's still in her right mind. She may be simply not thinking straight.
Fairly sure we had all the clues, like phaser burns on the hull, stuff like that.
Yes, the last episode there were phaser burns on the walls, including those on the actual bodies of the deceased.
And someone matched
Um,
those to Federation technology?
Yeah, the ones on the
Yeah.
outside definitely. I think I fumbled the roll for the interior blast, but definitely on the outside they match Federation.
Even taking into account the Federation phasers, sir, we know that there aren't any ships out here. And the Federation doesn't lose ships. I guess I can take her and see if she's got she's got chemical imbalances in the brain that's leading her to make wild accusations, but my scans so far have shown that she's stable and fine. As
you
far
could
as
technically, you could technically just go over the computer through like an insight medicine check just to see what her neurochemical, if there was any imbalance or not.
well, then I'll do that.
Okay. Give me insight plus medicine. So this is by the ship's computers plus medicine. Make it difficulty 1.
I'll spend a momentum because I'll probably get it.
I'm just curious as to when they're actually going to call the only other Trill on the ship.
I'm getting there. Things take time.
We have no reason to right now.
You gain 1 momentum, and for what you can tell, at least what you've gathered from Trill theology, can't say it. That everything would be normal. It's kind of in line with most standard humans and other species of similar type.
In my professional opinion, she's not crazy. So someone has attacked her that has and the vessel had a species makeup similar to the Federation, but it was not a Federation vessel, but it did have Federation phasers.
Keep in mind, Doctor, that not all ships with phasers are Starfleet designation. Federation
ones with-
technology is shared across the United Federation of Planets. This could be a criminal element from within the Federation. Could even
Well,
be
I guess
Orion.
we can leave her to sit in the corner with Lavoir and Treyan. I think we should see to your Klingon. He may have answers.
I'll see what you can find out about that Klingon. Lieutenant Commander Tristran, if you feel you're able, try to question the captain to see how much she knows. If she's going to make an accusation, I need a full formal report from her. And keep her from endangering anyone.
Will do, Captain.
I have a meeting with Lear.
Could you send Lear down? I'm no expert in chronoton radiation. That's not really something doctors come around see often.
All right. Once I'm done with the meeting, I'll send him down to the laboratory with you. I might come along as well, depending on the report.
I'll be securing it, so make sure you bring a suit.
Will do, Doctor. Gentlemen, you have your orders? And that's why I start walking out.
I'll head to start locking up the laboratory and get a suit and whatnot.
Okay, so you're gonna get a hazmat suit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and just transition to the pretty much captain's cabin, kind of. I don't have a ready room. This moment, Captain, you walk in, and then Lieutenant Mirror is not far behind, and
Lieutenant Lear, you had a report for me?
Yes, sir. My family, as it were, has had dealings with the Federation for generations, which is why I'm trusting you with this. All the gods help me if I'm wrong. I put in the. May I use your view screen?
Feel free.
Captain Nell, when we were on the bridge of the Zatara, passed me this data disk with an urgent request to get it back to Trill, our home world. With Lieutenant Vandelay's help, I managed to break the encryption, and I pull up the data. As you can see, pull it up here. As you can see, Captain, this disk shows fleet movement of Starfleet registry numbers, including the Azure, and at least one other Constitution-class vessel, NCC 1705. This also, look, these are attack plans for various homeworlds, including Trill. At first, I thought this was a forgery, but it's all the protocols match, all the codes match. And worryingly enough, these plans also show detailed information on times and dates using some sort of experimental device to open holes in the fabric of space and time, similar to the one we've seen here. Now, I double-checked these numbers against the Azure's records of where these ships should be, and the movements don't match. But these are Starfleet protocols and actual Starfleet registry numbers. But I've got two sets of data here. One says they're in one place, ready to attack some homeworlds of the Federation and places like Trill, which are allied but not aligned. And another says that most are on patrol duties as normal. Something very strange is going on here, Captain. And I think it has to do with this rip in space and time.
Well, I can assure you, Lieutenant, that I have no standing orders to enact any war footing. The Azure's standing orders has been to maintain peace in the Shackleton and to repel pirates in this area. I have had no orders indicating heading back into main space. And you're right, these do, that would be the Saratoga there, and I know they weren't doing that. These don't match up with what we've been doing out here.
And yet,
but the codes matching doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And the phaser blasts on the Trill, the Zentara, they were definitely Federation.
Well, I have another wrinkle for you. It appears your species companion referred to us as, I believe the phrase was Starfleet, or was it Federation scum? She seemed shocked that I would even suggest that your people sought our help.
What? I mean, I know Trill's not formally joined yet, but we've got treaties and going with Federation going back for decades. That doesn't make any sense. And I recognized her as Kaduro Nell, right? On the bridge?
That is correct.
Okay, I thought so. Are you sure she doesn't have a concussion or something?
The doctor checked over her vitals. She is in control of her mind. She is, if anything, stressed, but not imbalanced.
Permission to go and talk to her, Captain.
Well, first I'm going to have you speak with, I want you to assist the doctor in an examination of a Klingon body, since you're more well-versed in chronoton radiation than the doctor is, but I need a report on what happened to that Klingon. Klingons being this far out also makes no sense, and I want a verification that it was Klingons out here. Once you're done with that, you and the doctor can go back to Med Bay and look into it further. Meanwhile, I'm going to head back to the bridge and start looking into this tear.
I suggest you be wary, Captain. Somebody out there is using heavy Federation weaponry, and after the battering we just took, we're in a bad position if they come hunting us.
Which means I have to have a word with the Chief of Engineering.
Yes, I will go find the doctor.
You're dismissed, Lieutenant. Thank you for the information. And keep this among the senior staff.
Yes, sir. So I head on out. Does chronoton radiation mean anything to me off the top of my head?
I said that, but I should have double checked that was the right radiation.
Oh, okay.
No, it's neutron radiation.
Okay.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Yes, it is nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
replace
the cleanup
chronoton with
body is
neutron.
saturated with that.
Well, all of his gear will still be fine, but
Oh, no, the Klingon is definitely dead. He's no
yeah,
longer
I
living.
know. Yeah. Ugh, neutron radiation. So yeah, I will go join the doctor and I guess suiting up in anti-radiation gear.
I'm going to
Okay.
hit a wall panel. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna hit a wall panel and order call for yellow alert across the ship.
All right.
And I'm
we're
gonna head to engineering.
Okay, you're gonna head to engineering. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Engineering is soothing.
It is that home makes you want to take a cat nap.
Captain Felvin, after a moment, you do walk into engineering, where
I'm showing
Murr
Sir
is-
my scar. Where my
Murr is
heart is.
frantically busy ordering people around.
Kidding. That's true. I am. I was gonna be comedic, but no, he's right. I would just be shouting.
Mr. Murr, a word?
Yes, sir. And I step aside. Can I help you, Captain?
Murr, how close are we to being at combat readiness? I believe we're in hostile space. Why, rather, correction. I have reason to believe we're in hostile space.
I go to a console and hit a few buttons. I assume it's good because you said we were good except for a couple busted consoles. So
Yeah.
I'm going to relay that we are combat ready, Captain. Everything is working fine. In fact, Skur just finished up the last 2 consoles that were busted.
Very well. Make sure your damage control teams are ready to go. In the meantime, though, I'm going to need your assistance examining a tear in space-time. It may be causing more trouble than I thought it was.
Okay. Well, I guess I will get cleared by the doctor later. Should I get changed? And he just kind of looks down because he's still in the sickbay gear.
Feel free. I'll meet you on the bridge.
Yes, sir. And I go to my quarters and put on my red shirt.
All right.
And then go
Jump
to
back
the bridge.
I'll go jump back to sickbay. And your true friend here she kind of looks to you, to Shran, and goes, how do you get these humans to listen to you and follow your directions? Just Shran here? Okay.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm in charge of the security department. Captain is the one who basically runs the ship.
And who is your captain?
The Vulcan who was in here earlier.
A Vulcan? In command? Oh, that is hilarious.
Why is it funny?
Oh. Because it is. No Vulcan is allowed to ever serve as a commanding officer on board one of your ships. You're all just slaves to the Terrans. And with that, we're gonna cut. So, Doctor, you started your preliminary. Lieutenant Lear, I'm assuming you're going in there in a hazard suit.
With a tricorder and all that good stuff.
Okay. All right. So you're going to examine the tube. You enter the room. Dr. Strand is setting up the laboratory for you guys, and
I guess
right.
I'm gonna start with a normal autopsy, removing organs and checking that they're normal. I don't know how they do autopsies in the 23rd century, but
it's usually a bunch of scanning, and then if you have
scanning
to,
probably would be better. I'll do that.
yeah. So this is going to be, which I knew I forgot to do something. Always do. This is going to be an extended task. It's going to be a reason plus science or medicine, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's computers plus science, and I will allow a assist from Lieutenant Lear or whoever wants to do the main role.
My reason science is a 14.
Okay.
Mine is a 16.
Yeah, he can do the main role.
Okay.
And
Keep in
I
mind this
also
is going to
have
be work. Go ahead.
I also have in the nick of time, so whenever I succeed as a part of an extended task with science, I score 1 additional work for every effect roll.
Okay.
So,
All right. So this is going to be a work 10, magnitude 2, and resistance 2.
resistance 2. Okay.
Okay. So I need a reason plus, I'm assuming you're using science.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need that roll, and then doctor, if you can give me a reason plus medicine.
I don't think I have any.
Difficulty.
Would sensor operations apply?
No, not for
Okay,
this.
fair enough.
If you have xenobiology, I would allow that.
No, I've got xenoanthropology. I can tell you about his culture. So there's 1, and then here's science reason. Okay, there's 3.
And then I need the ship's computers plus science. Okay. You bank 1 momentum. Roll 7 challenge dice there, Lieutenant Lear.
Okay. Wow, no effects though, so I don't get additional work, but still 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And you said resistance was 2.
Yes, so that is
so 7.
That is, yep. So difficulty is going to go down to 1.
Okay.
You have 3 left on the work, and you need 1 more breakthrough.
Oof. Nobody can assist with that, can they?
Yeah, no one can. You'll have to roll again.
Okay. Should I burn a determination? Not burn, but should I use a determination or just roll again?
Just
How
roll it.
desperate is the situation?
It's not that
Just roll it.
bad of a
Okay.
roll.
Okay.
It's not timed or anything, so you have as
Okay.
many attempts as you want.
There we go.
Need the ship.
Oof.
You do bank 1 momentum from that. And
Shall we spend 2 to get rid of the
Yes.
complication? Yeah, let's do
I
that.
don't know. We're having a real hard time getting momentum. I'd rather. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. We got this. We got
Then
this.
challenge dice.
yep, 7.
Oof. So that is 4 plus I get an extra one for every effect rolled. So that is 8.
6. You do complete the extended task, and I will send both of you the findings.
Doctor, something tells me that this Klingon isn't from around here.
If by here you mean the known universe, then you might be correct.
And I'm going to share with the doctor what I've already discussed with the captain, particularly, the bit about opening space-time rifts and ships with familiar numbers in places that they're not.
Okay. And Captain, you were heading back to the bridge, correct?
That is correct.
Are we about to scene change? Because I was going to respond.
Go ahead.
So, Lear, you're telling me that we have known ships doing things we know they're not doing. You're telling me there's a rip in space. In front of me, I've got a Klingon who does not belong in our galaxy, in our universe, rather. I think we might be temporally displaced, if such a thing is possible, or
Well,
we
we have-
might be displaced, and I don't know at this point that
I don't know,
how much
Doctor.
confirmation has been put into the idea of a multiverse, but if there are other universes, we may have stumbled upon one.
Plus, there's that rift in space that seems to be being artificially enlarged and stabilized. And
That's
the reports.
That's what was suggesting to me temporal displacement.
Hmm.
But temporal displacement wouldn't account for the Klingon with the weird signature.
True,
And
Doctor.
it wouldn't explain why there were invasion plans unless the invasion was going to happen in a week from now, and we wouldn't learn till a week from now, because it's not like the information you had was years or decades in the future.
No. But if we are dealing with some sort of parallel dimensions, remember that this area of space, one of the reasons that Nell was sent to study it was because it was already thin. This theoretically is the exact kind of space where potential leaks from one dimension into another could, again, theoretically occur. And somebody's tearing holes in the place.
I'm gonna walk over to the comm panel and sick bay to the captain.
Captain Felvin here. Go ahead.
Me and Lieutenant Lear believe to a high degree that we are displaced either temporally or, if such a thing is possible, into another universe.
Didn't realize that much insight could be gleaned from a Klingon body.
He's not from our. He's not from our. He's not. He has quantum signatures that don't match up with anything we've ever seen before, but he is still a Klingon. The most we can glean from it with the other information that we've heard recently is somehow we're displaced outside of our own universe. Or he was displaced outside of his own universe. Because he can't be from our universe.
All right, get your findings onto a pad and set up a meeting in the conference room. We'll have to have a senior staff meeting and figure out what we're going to do, because this has changed. The scenario has changed enough that I am not 100% certain what our best course is yet.
I suggest we go silent running and no outgoing communications until we get to the bottom.
Captain, recommend we do a quantum resonance scan of the local area that we're in and send a probe to do the same around and perhaps through the rift, the space-time rift. That, more than anything else, can tell us whether our theory might be correct, and if so, which side of things we're on. The Klingons are our own.
I second that opinion.
Very well, get on it. I'll meet you at the bridge. I'm already heading there now with the chief engineer.
Aye, sir. Go decon and head that way after all that.
Yep.
All right, we're going to transition to the bridge. Captain Falvin, the doors open, and you step onto the bridge.
Vandelay, you are relieved?
Sir. And Vandelay takes up his post.
For the time being, Vandelay, no more outgoing communication. We're to stay silent for the time being. Situation has changed.
Yes, sir.
Actually, are you hearing any communications in the nearby area other than us?
GM. Sir, all I'm getting is a lot of static.
Very well. Keep me informed if the situation changes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Do
some
we have a probe
time
of-
passes.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Moore has made his way to the bridge.
Do we have a probe away
So
already?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't take much to get a probe ready.
Yeah, was just making sure it happened or not.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander Murr, nice to
this-
see you in uniform again.
Thank you, Captain. Remind me never to do any research into AIs. Holy. Ugh.
Both
Vandalay
Lieutenant
winces
Lear
just a
and
little bit
Doctor walk on the bridge.
I
Take my post at the science station.
hand the information we've collected to the captain.
Thank you, Doctor. All right, gentlemen, our current objective is to find out as much as we can about that rift. Our science officer has some plans on it, but let's come at this from as many angles as possible. I want to know everything we can and verify where and indeed possibly when we are.
Okay. You launch the probe. Give me a reason plus science. Assisted by the ship sensors plus science, difficulty 0.
Mr. Lear.
Yep. Just clicking some buttons. Here we go. 2.
Need the ship sensors plus science. All right,
Ship's not
2
doing well
momentum.
tonight. Captain, it appears that there are alpha particles being emitted from the tear. What are alpha particles? What do they generally indicate?
Nothing mundane. It's just sort of like weak. They're weak particles essentially. That exist in space.
Why would I'll want to ask a question here, whether it's free or I'll spend a minute if I need to. Why do I think the alpha particles might be being emitted from the tear in particular?
That'd be your free one.
Captain, it's possible that something is generating these alpha particles in order to stabilize the tear. That may be part of the functionality that's enabling it to grow in size and particularly to stabilize.
Can we verify a source of what's emitting these particles?
I can certainly try, sir.
I'll give it to you for free.
Okay. No, sir. Not with the information I have to hand.
At least not from this side.
Yeah. At least not from this side.
Like where you're currently at, it doesn't seem like the particles are coming through the tear.
Mm-hmm. It appears whatever's emitting the particles is on the other side of the tear, sir. I'm not going to be able to pin it down from here. I do want to make that quantum resonance scan, both of the space around us and the space.
Okay, that'll be a momentum spend.
Okay. And comparing the results to the galactic norm.
Okay.
In our known universe.
So you're down to 1 momentum. Oh, make that a knot.
Okay, call me out if I read this wrong when I say it.
No,
Captain, it appears. Oh, you're editing it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain, it looks like the particles coming through from the other side of the tear have the same quantum signature as of the Klingon body in sick bay, and not the same as the space around us, which matches our records for standard galactic quantum resonance, correct?
Correct.
So if that's another dimension over there, Captain, it looks like we're home, and there is somewhere else. This is incredible. This is
I
proof
want
of
options on how to
multi-dimensions.
collapse that terror.
That would be a
Also,
moment.
Helm.
Yeah, okay.
Be a momentum spend.
We don't need to eat meat
Damn
no
it.
more.
Captain, we can't do it from this side. We're going to have to go through or send something through if we want to shut it down. Get out of here, Dean Winchester. Go eat a cheeseburger.
Nice to have a
Navigation.
blueberry pie. Sorry, go ahead, Captain.
Navigation, can you verify that we're still in the same space we were in before? We're still in the same open?
He comes back and verifies, yeah, we are still in the same region.
Dr. Strand, if you could check Lieutenant Commander Murr over there, make sure he's okay. I'd like him to stay here if possible. Gentlemen, I believe my first thought is to send a probe through the hole to see what's on the other side. My only concern about doing that is that we may reveal our hand before we jump through, because I imagine that there is some sort of vessel or other device on the other side that is purposely trying to keep a gateway open to form some sort of incursion.
That's what it seems like.
Captain, we could send the sensor through on a ballistic course, unpowered and powered down, programmed once it got through the rift to wake up, take a snapshot, and send a burst transmission back to us. That might at least let us get a peek before it's shut down, and perhaps allow it to enter the rift undetected. But now, really,
that wouldn't be really hard to program.
Make it happen.
Okay, I will as soon as the GM gets back.
Well, no, you do it before the GM gets back. That way he can't say, you know.
I mean, that's fair.
That's how that works, right?
I guess, yeah. I'm doing pretty good for 24 hours after heart surgery. Future medicine is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to program a probe to be shot out silently, like turned off, and have it programmed to come on the other side of the rift to take a snapshot with a burst transmission back to us to see pictures.
Okay.
Is that about right?
Sure. So, I mean, it sounds prudent. So give me let's make this a control plus engineering task. Difficulty 2.
Improvisational focus. These probes aren't supposed to do this.
Technically they kind of can in a way.
Well, computers, I have that too.
I'll allow computers, because you're essentially reprogramming the probe.
We don't have any momentum, do we?
Nope, you're all out. And we are now in scene 2.
Alright, I'll give you a thread.
All right.
Third dice. And yep. Now we're just waiting.
Gain a momentum, and you have the program. You have the probe programmed, and you're loading in at this point into the torpedo tube for it to be fired straight into the rift.
Yep.
Vandelay, you hear a bit of odd static, and as you're kind of tuning the frequency, give me a control plus engineering difficulty 1.
Okay. And does my subspace communications focus apply?
Yes, it does.
Awesome.
And this will be assisted by the ship's communications plus engineering.
Wow.
You know what?
Or not.
I will take 2 threat. Let you succeed at cost.
Thank you.
Because I just love giving myself threat. It's great.
Sir, I'm receiving what appears to be a distress signal from Captain Nell of the Trill Science vessel Zentara. It looks like they're under attack and they're requesting immediate assistance.
Nell, then who's in our sick bay?
Verify location,
didn't-
Lieutenant.
She didn't claim to use that name. She went under a different name.
Vandelay, give me a control plus engineering difficulty 1 to pinpoint the signal.
Okay.
Give me a computers plus engineering from the ship. Since I'll let the assist. Ship assist. Computers plus engineering.
On it. Computers.
There we go.
Also-
Gain 2 momentum. Vandelay, let me send you the message real quick.
Sir, it's coming from the tear.
Red alert. Set course for the tear.
Is it large enough for us to go through yet?
Yes, it's.
Okay.
And I'm going to be modulating shields like a med cat.
Lieutenant Vandelay, set up a. Actually, no. Backtrack. I want to as we're. Sorry, give me a second. Be sure to send a probe indicating what what our intentions were in the event that we can't come back.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
I guess a beacon or a probe. So they're a little bit different.
More a beacon that has some data files, like some of our logs and stuff like that on it.
Okay.
Forget
There's
what
no.
that's called.
You're just pretty much copying what recent data and then just deploying it, sort of like a time capsule.
Yeah.
Okay. There's gonna be no cost, but there's just do it. So you can roleplay that scene out however you want.
I would suggest, Captain, if we are going to do this and you are sending a probe, you let some of the crew or the crew record some last messages on it, maybe, just in case we don't make it home.
Unfortunately, regulations require all speed when replying to a distress call from a registered ship, and I'm on orders to respond. The fact I'm taking the time to send this probe is a technicality.
Very well.
Though your sentiments, I am sure, are appreciated by the crew.
All right. I need someone if they want to activate Michelson as part of the support crew. He will need to make a daring plus con difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's engines plus con, to go through the rift.
Caleb, play your great grandfather.
So momentum.
How much momentum, sorry?
It's 1 momentum. I need the ship's 1 momentum currently. I need the ship's engines plus con.
Yeah, coming up.
All right, succeed. We're going to enter scene 3 because scene 1 and 2 kind of got combined. So you go down 1 momentum. It's a shaky ride as you go through, as the ship goes through the rift, but Michelson's able to pilot. And as you exit the rift on the other side, you see before you the Zentara and what looks like another Federation starship.
Is Sean on the bridge yet?
Yes, you're on the bridge. I moved your token up there. So yes, you've been on the bridge for a little bit. I apologize.
Okay. I've been on my phone, so.
Ah.
Captain, if my suspicions are correct, that would be what the captain in sickbay calls a Terran vessel.
I recommend we hail.
Captain, they
I
are
can
In fact-
Vandalay.
In fact, you guys have an incoming hail.
Oh, crud.
Wait. Oh, I don't know about the human thing, so never mind.
Captain, we're being hailed.
On screen.
On screen appears a kind of young-ish. He's definitely human, and from what you can tell from most, like, Azure, you're not supposed to be at this location. Wait, you're not Captain Vandalay. Who the hell are you?
I'm Captain Falvin of the USS Azure. Please state your intentions.
And communications cut off.
Well, that was productive.
I think
Captain.
that went smoothly, Captain.
Did he say Captain Vandalay?
We all kind of look at Vandalay.
Vandalay sits up a little straighter, shrugs, and turns back to his console.
Mr. Tristran, are they the ones attacking the vessel?
Yep.
Looks like we're about to be firing on a Federation vessel, everyone. This is going to be a wonderful day.
Here goes nothing.
It's okay, because they're like 5 USS Azures.
I'm just getting the turn order in place.
Okay.
Captain, if what we think is happening is actually happening, we cannot allow Kaduro Nell to fall into whoever these people's hands are. She knows far too much about thin space and spatial anomalies. Her scientific knowledge could be of an invaluable strategic importance.
Directive
All right.
noted, Lieutenant.
So, all right. So before you see the other supposed Federation vessel taking phaser shots at the Zentara. And you just got an incoming hail, and they literally question as to why a certain someone is not in charge of the ship. And then when you stated your name, they cut communication.
I don't think we're getting a warm welcome, Captain.
Alright, it is your guys' go first. It can be anyone on the ship.
I think we need to move first. Is there any way to warp closer to the Zentara?
Yeah, what's our
Uh,
range to them?
Right now, you are currently at long range to the Zentara. You're extreme range to the other Federation vessel.
Long range is fine for phasers, isn't it?
No.
It ups the
Extreme.
difficulty. But we're at
The
extreme.
Zentara is... Yeah, you're in extreme.
Zentara's long, and Rapture
So we
is
have
extreme.
to warp into long range and then fire.
Impulse, but yeah.
Yeah. Or is it warp into medium range? And that would negate
It would be warp. Yeah, you would have to warp into... Like, you can impulse 2 range category. You can move into 1 range category, impulse into 2. Anything further than that, it has to be 3. So if you want to get into medium range... you can actually impulse
maneuver
into
through.
medium.
Impulse,
Yeah, you can impulse into medium range.
So like right here. Or is that too far?
Move us into range. Open fire on the ship's weapons.
Okay, you'll need... It's going to be... Control plus con, difficulty 1. It's going to use 1 power, assisted by the ship's engines plus con. And are you...
I'm rolling Michelson's.
Okay. Need the ship. Three momentum. That should cap you guys out.
Can we spend 2 to retain initiative?
Yes, you can.
I would like to scan the enemy ship for weaknesses.
Yeah, actually.
That works out perfect.
Alright. That's going to be reasons plus science. Difficulty is going to be 2 because you're in medium range. Usually it's difficulty 1. It goes up by +1 for every range category higher.
Okay, say reason and science.
Reason and science difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science.
I'm gonna give you a threat, GM, to get another dice with bold science. Another die,
right.
rather. So here we go. There's 3.
Gain 1 momentum. You're up to 5. Alright. Unless you want to do a swift task, I'm going to the NPCs.
Well, that would only be a difficulty 3 shot. You think you could make that, Shron? Jashron?
It would be difficulty 4 because he has to do the override task. Or no. Swift
He's
task
a
only.
tactical.
No. You already, guys, you spent 2 momentum to retain the initiative. You cannot do that again. It is a difficulty 4 for Lieutenant Lear to fire the phasers because he's doing 1. It's a swift task, increases difficulty by +1. An override task, which increased it by
Never mind.
Okay. Going to the Rapture, it changes its focus fire from the Zentara to you guys. And I'm going to spend some lovely threat here. Give me an extra die. And they miss. Goes to the Zentara. Zentara is going to do an impulse jump.
Smart.
Trying to get out of there. Oh.
And they do not. It is your guys' go.
Did I find any weaknesses?
Yeah, you did. So it is currently up.
I'm going to shoot them with phasers.
Alright, let's give me a control plus security assisted by the ship's weapons security. Difficulty is 2. As 1 momentum gained, you're at max.
Nice.
You currently have a floating momentum. Roll damage. You already haven't, because I'm trying to get my...
Reroll some of that.
Spend my floating momentum to re-roll 8 challenge, or is it 8? No, 5 challenge dice.
There you go.
And you have enough for 2 rounds of piercing if you needed to.
I don't need piercing. That's 3 effects. I'm pretty sure they don't have 6 resistance.
Well, you get the piercing 2 from the scan for weaknesses anyway.
Yeah, per effect rolled. So that's 6. I'm just gonna. We don't have any extra momentum except for what's in our pool.
Oh, that's fair.
You can use it if you have an.
So you have versatile too.
Yeah.
So it is 1 piercing. Okay, so here's the thing. Though. It's 1 piercing or 1 piercing effect per, or 1 piercing per effect. So you're currently bypassing 6 resistance. All right.
Yeah.
So those 3 effects.
So just dump the 2 into damage.
Yeah, make it 10 damage.
The wrong version of the Azure to be messing with.
That's a breach to their structure.
Yeah.
Have a feeling we need to finish these guys off quick and get the hell out.
What? Yeah.
Passes to them.
Hold on. I'm gonna spend 2 moments. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum
go down to 4.
And then fire again.
Alright, it's gonna be as difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Would I be able to do a direct to help him with that?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a threat.
All right.
I'm
It's 3
fairly
momentum.
certain that hits.
You have weapons plus security.
And I'm going to spend my floating momentum to re-roll 4 challenge dice.
All right.
And then the versatile is dumping into extra damage.
Well,
That's another 10 damage.
okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, it. All right, it is going down to their go. They're doing a minor. Sorry, I'm just looking to make sure I got this right. All right. And the Zantara. They seem to be locked where they're at. They're going to attempt to fire, and they miss. Goes back to you guys.
Now the captain can do that.
Focus on their weapons, Lieutenant Commander.
Just doing the direct task for the
All right,
killing
it's going to
Directing
be
stuff.
control plus security. Difficulty is 2. You get the assist with your command present or presence, and then the assist from the ship weapons plus security.
Okay. Oh,
Negating the complication.
Gain 2 momentum. Assuming you're using that to negate the complication.
yeah.
So roll damage.
Oh wait, no, we only gained 1 because it's a difficulty 3 because he ordered me to target weapons.
Okay, well you go down to 5 momentum then.
Yeah. Spending 1 to re-roll 3.
You don't need to. I mean, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3. It's 5, 7 damage.
5, 9.
Okay. All right. Passes to them. I'm gonna spend a threat to reroll some dice here. Okay. Well, I was hoping for some threat gain, but no. Spending the threat to reroll 4 dice. Nine damage to you guys. The versatile is going into piercing. And I believe that is a breach to your engines.
Yep.
You lose 2 power immediately.
I think I should get next turn.
And let's see if the Zentara can get away. Yeah.
Yep.
They do an impulse jump into long. Yes, you've lost 3 power so far. And it's back to you guys.
Can I scan for
Yeah.
weaknesses again?
Hold on.
No.
Well, it stays
Not
up.
down.
It stays up until you go again next round.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to spend this round fixing the engines, and yeah, go from there.
It is just a restore minor test to restore the ship's engines. You could
Oh,
do. Okay, so if you want to get rid of the breach, you're going to need to do a presence plus engineering.
Okay.
And that is to send your your teams out for damage controls. So that's a presence plus engineering task, difficulty 1.
Okay, I'm spending a momentum. And now we're just waiting. Although cautious cautious engineering, so let's try it. Why not? I may get lucky.
You gain a momentum. It was difficulty 1. It doesn't get rid of the
okay.
breach, but you don't suffer the penalties of it.
Okay, then I would also like to spend 2 momentum if I can to keep the initiative and work on getting shields back.
You can't. If you're doing a swift task? No, you
Yeah.
can do a swift task. Okay, that's different. Yeah, it's 2
to get the
momentum, and
shields
then...
back.
Alright. This is going to be a difficulty of 2.
Yep. Control engineering.
Is control engineering assisted by the ship's structure plus engineering. You're down to 3 momentum.
Make that 2.
Yes, this is a difficulty 2.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to. Oh, no, that's good. There we go.
You gain 2 momentum, and you gain 2 shields. Unless you spend momentum.
Oh, I spent 2 momentum for 4 more shields. Sorry.
Okay, so you guys are down to 2 momentum.
Sorry,
go
I
up 6
apologize
shields.
for spending the momentum, but I think it's necessary. And that's me.
Alright, it is the Rapture's go.
Damn it, I just fixed those.
Alright,
Just kidding.
it's back to you guys. So far I have the Doctor that hasn't gone yet. And Vandalay.
I'll use the phasers.
Okay, so that's gonna be an override task. It's difficulty. It's gonna be a +1 on your difficulty. It's gonna be a difficulty 3.
Can I use a determination find a weakness exploit because I'm using a weakness found by Lear and I'm exploiting it?
Sure.
I figure there's literally no time where it applies more than now. And then I'll just keep the normal task roll. And what was it? It was
It's control plus security, assisted by the ship's weapons plus security. The difficulty is...
I got the 3. We just need the ship. Someone has that pulled up.
Gain 2 momentum, fire phasers. I'm trying to figure out if that's actually if that's a 4, because they already used once.
Is that how many dice does it roll? 8?
8 dice.
Yeah, I don't know that we'd want to spend a momentum on re-rolling that dice. We probably just want to do piercing.
We already have
It's
piercing.
already-
A bunch of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I could spend a momentum on another piercing.
We
You
don't
already
need
got
it.
12.
You already have 12
because
piercing.
of the
Every
weakness.
effect.
2 perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
pile on the damage with the 2 bonus momentum. In fact, do we want to just spend all our momentum on damage?
Yeah, but then when the ISS Azure shows up, we're fucked.
Who said we wouldn't join them?
I mean, do you want to
Alright,
bend
I
with
have
the
you
command
at
of
10
Vandalay? I
damage.
don't.
Bam.
So we'll just spend the 2 that I earned and we'll leave the other 4.
Jeez.
Ooh, it's torpedo time. They have no shields.
Photon torpedoes away.
We must kill the Klingon vessel.
It goes to Vandalay at this point.
Vandalay. The torpedoes.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know how good your security is. I'd burn a value if I were you.
This is going to be a difficult... You're going to fire torpedoes, right?
Oh, well, what's my difficulty going to be?
Difficulty is going to be a 4.
Okay.
Because you're in medium range, that's increased difficulty. And torpedo firing is normally difficulty 3.
Okay. And what would phasers be?
Difficulty 2, but well, you're doing override dash, so difficulty 3.
Okay.
I'm just wondering. I gotta look at the roll because I don't even know if you guys can fire the phasers as much as you guys have done that.
We have independent phaser power supply, so.
No. What I'm saying is you can't keep overriding the security, the tactical console a certain number of times. There is actually a limit.
Why would that be a rule? Because we're not overriding one console. We're making...
Prevents me from just continually firing, weapons at you guys on a ship. And it applies to you guys as well. Yeah.
How about we just arbitrarily apply the rules to you and not us? That sounds good.
That doesn't sound fair at all.
But we all know we're gonna win.
I'll allow it. So what are you... I mean, I'm going to allow it right now, but...
Take it out.
Do it.
Torpedoes.
Yeah.
All of them.
Not torpedoes,
You
because
do-
that's a difficulty 5, because he has to overwrite.
Oh,
Cool.
that's no fun.
It's
Yep.
difficulty
All right,
4
I'll
because
burn
you have
some
to do an
momentum.
override. It's difficulty 3 for phasers.
Let's do that. I'll burn momentum to get a 3rd die. And this is assisted by the ship, correct?
Yes. Weapons plus
And
security. You're rolling control plus security.
Gotcha.
You guys gaining momentum. Roll damage.
Woo!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter it's still...
Force structure. It's...
Now we know why Vandalay was made a captain.
Because these guys are terrible at their jobs.
I was about to say, Mur, wouldn't be too bad being under me as far as captain goes, right?
The doctor is all for it.
Thank you, Doctor.
The doctor thinks you would reward him with many accolades and promotions that a certain captain does not.
Ooh. Not jumping in between that.
Alright, it's their go. That is 8 to your ship.
I just
8
fixed those
damage.
shields, damn it.
How much damage?
That was 8, so your shields are gone.
Yep, shields are
That is
gone.
2
Two breaches.
breaches.
Oh,
Both the engines. That is what, 3 to engines?
yep.
Well, okay. If you don't count the repairing them, but yeah.
Alright, let's see. First one. Alright, ship immediately loses 2 power again, and each round you'll be losing 1 power for each round.
Yeah.
ramming speed? Question mark.
All right. And you see. Yeah, they're just gonna do a maneuver check. Yeah. It's backed up to you. We're at the top of the order.
We need the engineer.
Yes, we do. Engines or shields?
Unfortunately,
why not both? What? Unfortunately, what?
you can attempt to fix the. So you're gonna be losing 1 power every single round. What are you currently at on power? Yeah. So you're down to 3 power.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing first? You gonna be trying to fix your power problem, or keep in mind also it's a +2 difficulty increase anytime you use the ship's engines.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fix the engines. Or fix the
Okay,
power
it's gonna
and then
be-
swift task the engines.
This is gonna be a difficulty 3 task.
EPS systems is a focus.
Sure, control plus engineering.
Alright, I'm taking a momentum. And come on. Now we're just waiting. Son of a hoe. Oh wait, cautious engineering. Much better.
Gain 2 momentum. You do fix the power drain.
Alright. So that was what? And then now swift task for the engines? Or was that what I was doing?
That was what you were fixing the power drain for the engines. You can't fix the breach on the engines anymore. I mean, it's still a difficulty. You just pretty much stop the power leak on the ship. You can't do anything else to the engines.
Yeah, at which point I look at the captain, we need to get out of here. It's already going to be hard enough for us to limp away from this. And I will, I guess, swift task to get power back.
Okay.
If that's the thing I can do. Yeah.
It's gonna be 2 momentum to do a swift task.
Yep. Control engineering.
It's gonna be a difficulty. It's gonna be daring or control plus engineering difficulty 3.
I'm going to spend another momentum for their dice. Now we wait.
Gain 1 momentum back.
Yep.
Gain 1 power.
How much would I get for a momentum spend?
1 power.
Yeah, I'll spend a momentum to get us up to 5. Back up to 5 for now.
Alright.
That'll be me.
Okay. It's going back to the Rapture. I'll just use that complication. They fire their phaser at you, but their phaser powered phasers go out after that shot. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 damage, piercing let's go piercing 1, and then the other one is going to go to, I think, let's go power drain. Lose 1 power. And your shields are still down. Communications and engines.
That's 4 on engines. We can't. Oh.
If you need me, I'll be in engineering.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, you're losing power again. You immediately lose 2 power, and then you'll be losing 2 power every round after that. To repair this is going to be a difficulty 5.
Fine. But I can't do it unless it's. I can do it now, but I don't think I can.
The ship right now cannot move. Your engines are disabled. Just so you guys are aware.
Yeah, I have something I intend to do when it comes to our turn.
All right, and Zentara is slowly making its way to the rift, and it goes back to you guys.
Minor action: activate the redundant systems for the engines, and then I'm going to direct Strand to focus fire on their structure. Give them everything you got.
Aye, Captain. And I'm going to literally launch a barrage of torpedoes.
You're gonna target the torpedoes with. You're gonna target structure with the torpedoes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a difficulty 4 task. No, sorry,
I
difficulty
know.
5. My bad. Difficulty
Yeah.
5. 1 for the targeting, 1 for your medium range, and it's normally difficulty 3 for torpedoes.
Yeah, I'm going to pop my determination. The best enemy is a dead enemy.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 1 threat and spend all 4 of our momentum.
All right. At 6, I need weapons plus security from the ship. Alright, you gain 1 momentum back. Roll torpedo damage.
And because
Alright.
Lear hasn't gone yet, they still get piercing, I think.
It's 2 to their engines.
That is still high yield as well. Isn't that an extra breach?
Yeah, I gotta do that one more time. And 1 to their structure.
All 3 of those, I believe, go to their engines because
Yeah.
I was targeting engines.
You were targeting structure. I had to go
Targeting
back.
structure.
Yeah, so. And then.
Yeah, all of it goes into structure, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, after it goes to beyond the scale of the ship, it goes to engines.
Which
So
I
we
don't
can
know if that's
leave and
scale
they
4, scale
can't.
5.
Yeah,
Should
I've
be
got to
scale
read up on
4.
Starship Combat.
All the math.
Yeah, there's a lot of math.
I need to do this real quick.
Alright, it's going back to them.
I suppose so.
Alright,
They're still floating there.
No infinite determination tonight.
Not for me.
see, I'm spending my last threat here to re-roll. A lob of I just realized something. So, scratch that. Okay, that's actually 2. Alright. They did something. The Zentara is going through the rift. About to. And it's to you.
Can we move? Like
no,
now?
No.
it's
You're-
still my.
We have the redundant engines.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember. It goes down to... So your engines were disabled. So... They go to damaged, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it basically steps down 1.
Okay, so it's definitely going to be a difficulty 2.
To fix.
Increase. No, plus difficulty 2. You can't fix the engines.
Yeah.
It's just... So, in order to go through the rift again, it's going to be a difficulty 4. It's going to be a difficulty 2 just to do a simple maneuver.
Well, I suggest we get out of here.
Who hasn't acted yet?
Me. I haven't acted yet.
And
But-
Lear.
Vandalay hasn't acted yet. The doctor hasn't acted yet, so yeah. Or wait, no. I did. No, because that was your action. Okay.
What
So
are we gonna do?
it is your turn though, but you guys do lose 2 power.
Yeah, that's the last of our power, by the way.
I guess somebody needs to get power back.
Vandalay?
Yep.
No, sorry, it's damage state. No, get 1 power back. My bad. It's 1 power back.
Okay, so we've got 1 power.
Yeah. Power back, please.
It's gonna be control plus engineering.
Could
Um,
also be daring and engineering, according to the book.
Or daring, yes. It's daring kind of, I think, is not all that great. But it's difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's control plus engineering. You could, but that's you're looking at a difficulty 3 task just to warp away.
What's the ship assist with?
Oh no, you're doing power. Are you doing power manage? My bad. There's no assist from the ship. It's just
Okay.
daring or control plus engineering. Difficulty is 2. So, Vandalay, are you gonna do some power management?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I thought I lost internet there for a sec. Yes, what's the difficulty?
2. It's control
Okay.
plus engineering. Because I think that's your best stat.
Yep. And no assist from the ship, I thought I heard.
No assist. No assist from the ship.
Okay. So yeah, I'll roll an extra die.
Broom momentum. Nope.
You don't have cautious, right? Engineering.
I do actually.
You can re-roll one of the zeros.
Let's try that.
There we go.
Got it.
Hey.
You get one power back.
It's better than what we had.
And
True.
goes back to them. Unless you guys got quick to action or something.
Yeah, I'm aware. Trying not to suffocate first. Not that that's gonna matter. I'm still energy.
I'm re-rolling that zero.
Snake eater.
At least it's not a complication.
Son of a.
And that's going to be a miss. And then I need to make a task roll here. Ooh.
Yes.
Well, the Zentara goes through the rift, but you don't know what happens to them.
Yeesh.
That doesn't look good.
Well, they're through, Captain. Think we should leave.
Goes back to you.
If you want, Captain, one more shot should take him out.
Yeah, I was
Finish them
gonna
off.
All right, then in that case, Sean is going to basically target their structure, because I as a player know that it's going to go to the engines. And just pound them with phaser fire.
The captain ordered you to fire photons earlier, right? At the start of the round?
The captain ordered me to fire everything, and I fired
Okay.
photons.
Alright, this is going to be a difficulty 3, though, because you're targeting
Yeah.
a system.
A quick question: would I be able to throw my determination, or is that something I have to do on my turn?
You can give him your determination, but I think did you get it back?
I did
think
not
you
get
did.
mine back. And the other one was the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you my determination.
Okay, and in that case, I'll immediately spend that on the best enemy as a dead enemy. I love that value.
It's 3.
That was the
Need
wrong.
the ship.
That was the wrong sheet. Sorry.
Okay, no, okay, yeah.
was the wrong
None
sheet.
from the I'm gonna say even with that 11, that's not high enough for the ship, so you don't have to worry about rolling that. But it's 6, so you get 3 momentum.
Engines plus or weapons plus security is a 12 on the ship.
To 12?
Yeah, 9 plus 3.
Oh, okay. Then you get 4 momentum. It's 8 damage. That's 10.
Lear still hasn't gone, so the piercing's still in effect.
It's
If
well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because their structure's destroyed, they have no resistance now.
Yeah.
Ah,
So the versatile just goes into extra damage, which is 10 now.
Goodbye, Terran vessel. We hardly knew ye.
I always liked that little destroyer frigate, whatever design.
It's the Hermes class.
Yeah.
It looks like a lollipop from above.
And it is a massive warp. The warp core goes into immediate breach and is destroyed.
There you go, Captain.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tishran. Get us power, get us back home.
Lear will see if he can scan and find the origin of the alpha particles. See if I can figure out what's on this side, keeping the gate open. The gate, the rift.
Okay. Real quick, we're transitioning to the next scene. You go down 1 momentum. Okay, so currently, you have 1 breach to your communications array. Currently, you cannot perform any tasks for communicating with the ship at the moment. But you have to use a
Yeah,
sort of.
fix that.
You just have to kind of restore it. It's not much. As for your engines, even with the redundant systems, you can sort of maneuver around, but it's not going to be great. And you want to do a scan to see where the alpha particles were coming from.
Yep, see if I can find whatever device is holding open the rift.
Okay, give me reason plus science, difficulty 0, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science.
Okay. Here we go. 3. Five. Nice.
No, there's only 1 there.
I forgot.
Oh, that's right. It's an assist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still 4 for a difficulty 0. That's some momentum right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna need to spend any momentum because we're nearing the end. You do find a stream of alpha particles emanating around about a parsec away.
So whatever's keeping it open is that far away?
Yeah.
Captain, it seems whatever is forcing this rift open is at least a parsec away from here.
Belay last order. Well, get the engines running anyway. Verify, are there any other contacts in the area? Is it just us? Or is there reinforcements coming this way?
I'll do a sensor sweep.
You don't. No, currently you don't see anything coming your way. Scopes are clear.
Nothing on scanners, Captain.
All right. I don't want to leave I'm loath to leave the source of what's opening that tear open. The source of the signal, is it coming from a planet or?
I'll spend some momentum to see if I can answer that question.
Be 1 momentum.
Okie dokie.
Believe.
It appears to be a station of some sort, Captain.
All right.
There's not much we can do against the station in our condition, Captain. I can't
I
fix most of
concur.
this damage without dry docking this thing.
I concur. Set course for outside of the back for the tear. We're gonna have to inform command about this situation, about a hostile force, and another ship will have to take care of this while we dry dock.
Okay, give me it's gonna be difficulty 4 to go through the tear, so it's gonna be daring plus con, assisted by the ship's engines plus con.
I believe that Lear will be making that check.
Okay. Jim Browder,
Sorry.
make way for Cool Hand Luke.
Do you
Say all
have
that.
like a determination and stuff?
Oh yeah. I'm definitely,
Okay.
which I'm definitely gonna spend. That's gonna be daring and con, right? Click those first. Yes, and I will. I'll spend a determination on who needs a backup plan. We're just going straight down the middle of that thing.
All right.
I think I have any focuses that applies. That's just going to be crits. That's at least 1.
Take all the momentum and give him a threat for 4 dice. To roll 4 dice on top of the one you have already.
Sounds good. Who needs a backup plan? Here we go. Everybody hang on.
Hang on to your butts.
There's 4.
That's 6.
6, right?
Need the ship's assist, engines plus con.
Coming up. Oh boy.
2 momentum gained.
Whew.
You go through the tear, and as you appear on the other side, you do see the. It's a little bumpy. Ship wear for worse. You do notice you see the Zentara. She does appear to have some damage to the vessel. And they are hailing.
On screen, Mr. Vandalay.
Nice, the screen sound.
As he's muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
On screen.
Yes.
Okay. On screen appears the woman very similar to who you see in sickbay is like, oh, thank God, are you the actual Starfleet?
This is indeed the actual Starfleet. I'm Captain Falvin, USS Azure. We were sent here to assist you.
Thank God. This is Captain Nail of the Trill Science Vessel Zentara.
And Lear will move into pickup range since he knows her.
Lear, I'm surprised you're on board. Thought you were stationed at Earth.
I was, but we heard you were in trouble, and Trills don't leave each other behind.
She kind of smells like, well, it's good to see a familiar face.
We might have a more familiar face for you in our sick bay.
Shut up. Not the time.
I mean, it's not
Pardon
a
me?
lie.
Captain, is your ship still serviceable?
We have some damage to our engines going through that tear. My engineering department says they'll have it up and running within a few hours.
And are you completely all right? Because this one should be joined, right?
Yes.
So I kind of lean on that completely all right.
I am fine if you're inquiring about the status of my health, Lear. I'm quite okay.
Good to hear. The ambassador was very worried.
I see. I would be interested to come aboard the ship if you don't mind. I'm quite curious as to supposedly the other me.
Yes, we do have quite a bit to talk about on that regard. Before you come over, would you like assistance from our engineering department to speed along your repairs? We're still close to what is possibly a hostile gateway to hostile space.
That would be most appreciated, Captain. I will prepare a shuttle to head over to your ship if that's all right.
That's perfectly all right. Coordinate with our flight controller, and we'll direct you to our shuttle bay.
Of course. And a few moments pass by. Where would you like to have Captain Nell meet you at?
I'm intending to meet her in the shuttle bay.
Captain, I'll
I do
head to
not-
the sick bay to check on the other Trill captain and see if she's fine.
Permission to accompany you to meet Captain Nell, Captain? Captain.
Me, Lieutenant Lear. Lieutenant Commander Tishran, I want you to go with the doctor. I have a bad. I have suspicion that if that Federation vessel was as hostile as it was, she's probably just as hostile. She's probably even more hostile than our ambassador, the Trill captain is. She may be a danger to the ship.
Yes,
Okay.
Captain.
So, the doctor and Tishran are going to sick bay?
Yep.
Alright.
I guess that ends up leaving me in command of the bridge. Unless they
You
want me to go to
can-
engineering.
You can come, but I'm not sure you'll come back with all your organs.
He kind of like hits up at like his claws extend. She could try.
Alright.
Lieutenant Commander, I need you to be making sure the ship's back in top order. So.
Yes, Captain. I will head to engineering and help Skur then.
So back in sick bay, it is a mess. There is stuff thrown everywhere, as during the combat and firefight, as the ship was taking damage, the other Cardo was trying to take advantage of the situation and escape sick bay, and both the Lavar and Alec have been trying desperately to subdue her. As you two enter the room. When you enter the room, Doctor, a hyper spray just goes flying past out into the corridor as you narrowly dodge it from hitting your face.
You want me to take care of this, Doctor?
No, Commander, I can manage. Cardo, you might want to take pause for a second, because what I'm about to tell you, you're not going to want to believe me, but you're going to have to. We have discovered that we are not from the same universe that you are. and that we have just passed back out of your universe. We did not have a chance to leave you behind because we were being fired upon by the Terrans that have destroyed half of this ship. Luckily, we did to them worse than what they did to us. But we have escaped back into our universe, and coming on board right now is a Trill who, although she has a different name, she has the same genetic makeup that you do. And we plan to release you into her custody.
Wait. Give me a... So... You just informing her, or are you trying to, like, get her to calm down and through all that?
I kind of just bombarded her with information, so she'd have to, like, just kind of take it in.
Oh, it's that rapid fire to where she's just bombarded to where she has to sit down and breathe for a minute.
Yeah. Do I get to do a control command?
No, that is just for her, like, trying to process the information.
She does not do a very good job.
You're not taking me anywhere.
You're right.
I'll kill all of you.
I never said I was taking you anywhere. You're going to Trill.
Lies. I've seen the data plans. You plan to destroy my homeworld. You already murdered millions. To form a few more billion on your record as it is.
Funny you
This is gonna be a long adjustment period for you. So there's two options. One, you go to the Trill vessel and get to spend several months or maybe even years without seeing another alien. Or you do all of that in handcuffs and sedated. Either way, you're going to go to Trill. You just get to decide how conscious of it you are.
Okay. So hold those thoughts as we transition. So I'm trying to speed things up here. Outside the shuttle bay, Captain Nell shuttle docks or lands successfully in the shuttle bay. Sorry. And greet her outside in the hallway, and you guys are chit chatting. I was like, so Captain Lear, how much of the information you know about the other side?
Sorry, what is she asking?
How much information do you know about the other side?
We know that the quantum resonance is different. That is basically how we could figure out which side of the barrier we were on after we got tossed about in the ion storm. And we've got the quantum resonance signatures for both our dimension and theirs. And apparently what we learned is apparently whoever's on the other side in Federation starships is dominated by a kind of xenophobic Terrans.
That seems rather bold speculation, Lieutenant. The most that we know is there was a hostile ship that appeared to be the Rapture. It also seems that there's some sort of space station that's holding open that tear. Our intention is to go back to Starbase, back to K10, and have another ship go there and close it.
Captain, I might have to implore you. You know, I don't think there's time for that. If they're able to keep this tear open, and if they're as hostile as they seem in that universe, if they pour ships into here through that tear, we're looking at an all-out war into this universe. I mean,
Captain, the reality is that this ship is heavily damaged to the point that we are barely holding this ship together and our power is bleeding off. We are in no condition for an extended firefight. We barely were able to help you escape. Going after a space station with minimal intelligence is an unwise choice.
Captain, it is possible that the other dimensions, Kajiro and her surviving crew members, might be able to give us the intelligence we need.
So you encountered my duplicate?
In almost every way, except of course her quantum resonance and a few other details. But she is completely hostile towards us, or at least towards. I haven't had the opportunity to meet her yet, but she's been hostile to every one on the ship who tries to help her. She is firmly convinced that we are members of that other federation. But perhaps with you and I could go in together, and that might have some more positive effect. Although, Captain, I would suggest I be allowed the opportunity to perhaps change out of my uniform into more civilian clothes, since that does seem to set the other Kaduro off.
I would have to disagree. The fact that they would see you in a uniform shows our true colors in that sense. Truth is an opener to enlightenment.
Fair enough.
And if you can convince me through the intelligence through her that we have a chance at taking on that station, I'll turn around and I'll try. But otherwise, I cannot endanger this ship and crew on a suicide mission. My current mission
Surely,
was
Captain.
to get you back to K10 and back to your people.
Well,
But
I appreciate the rescue, Captain. If that portal becomes stable, it's gonna be even far more worse for us in our world. Can you not call for help? Are there any other Federation starships in the area that could come here?
that was my intention, was to call for help to come here to deal with it while we retreated back to dry dock and brought you to safety. That was my original intent, but it seems Lieutenant Lear here has suggested that we, and yourself are suggesting we turn around and go back in there.
I was going to say, isn't the Saratoga in range somewhere?
So is the Atlantis.
Yeah. Sorry, that was just for my own information and knowledge. Sorry. Continue.
I mean, Captain, my estimates on the growth rate of that rift, we have less than 2 days.
That aligns with my estimates as well, Captain.
Let me rephrase. Captain, is your ship combat ready at this time? After pending the engines being fixed.
We could hold our own in a fight if we have to.
All right. Now, if you insist on going back, I will have to check with my staff to see if we can be combat ready soon enough. But from my estimation, the damage we've taken is significant. We may have to request the use of your ship to go back, and I can supply staff to help you fight them. But I do not know if the Azure is going to be ready for a fight before time's out.
I see. Could I see my duplicate? I'm quite interested in meeting her. Find it fascinating to.
Of course, Captain. We can. I can escort you. Me and Lear can escort you there ourselves.
And with that, will be to be continued.